Hi, this is Debbie from Debbie Debonair, bringing you the next video in our personal development journey series of videos. And today's video is all about motivation. So what is motivation? It's a reason or reasons for acting or behaving in a particular way. It uses the conscious and unconscious mind. Now there are two basic forms of motivation. One is intrinsic and the other is extrinsic. Basically meaning one is internal and one is external. Now the internal motivation is a lot more complex than the external motivation, and that's purely because there are more things that affect the internal motivation, which I go into a lot of more detail in the blog that attaches to all my videos. So excuse me. So each motivation, the internal and the external, they have rewards and they have reinforcers. The internal rewards are things like enjoyment, contentment, achievement, competence. The reinforcers are things like shoulds, musts, guilty conscience, toxic shame. The external rewards are things like money, praise and awards. The external reinforcers are things like disciplinaries, speeding tickets, policies. So you could kind of say rewards are pleasure and reinforcers are pain, but both need motivation. Now I can hear you say, why does pain need motivation? Well, I shall reveal that to you later in the video. There's a theory that conflict between your belief and your behaviour determines your motivation. For instance, let's take smoking. Now, the majority of people, believe that smoking is not good for you. Now, even smokers believe that smoking is not good for them. However, they still smoke. So their belief and their behaviour is in conflict with each other. And what will happen is they will try and make the belief more like the behaviour, and kind of what that means is they're actually going into denial, and so they won't be motivated to say give up smoking, because they're trying to make the belief not really the belief that they've got, if that makes sense. Another reason for motivation, not for motivation, but another thing that motivation is dependent on, is the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal that you have set yourself, your ultimate dream, and whatever that end result is, how will that end result make you feel? And if you can visualize, if you can hear the sounds, if you can think about how you'd feel, think about what it would look like. If you can get all that in your mind and have that belief that that is the goal that you're trying to achieve, and that you believe in yourself that you can achieve that goal, that you've got that end result, then you will be motivated to get there. What happens is a lot of people set the goals, but the strength of the goal, the power of the goal, isn't strong enough for them to believe in the goal, and therefore it's not that they don't think it's achievable, but they're not motivated towards it because it's not really what they want. They just set the goal. So it's really, really important that the goals you set are the goals that you want to achieve. Because if they are the goals that you want to achieve, and you believe that you can get there, you'll be motivated. Now, if you set a goal that is far too high, and you do not believe you can achieve it, then what will happen is you will be demotivated. So the balance has to be right. You need to be balanced between what the belief of the end goal and the belief in yourself that you can achieve it. That doesn't mean to say, that you aim for something that's beneath you. You can actually aim for something that's going to be a challenge for you, but make it a believable challenge and not an unbelievable challenge, and then that way you'll stay motivated with it. Let's take Mo Farah, for instance. Mo Farah is so committed and believes so much in himself and so much in what his end goal is. He is prepared to be away from his family for 7 months, but he knows how he will feel at the end of that goal that he's set out for himself. He knows what he can give his family when he reaches that end goal. So it's looking at the areas around it, and exactly how that goal will make you feel, and that will give you the motivation to get to that goal, and having belief in yourself that you can achieve it. Motivation has desires, efforts and attempts. It's the efforts and attempts to be happy. We all want to be happy. We all want to have happiness and a lifestyle full of happiness. Now, pain actually motivates us to get to our happiness. So if you're in a painful situation, what you'll do to motivate is to find the actions and take different actions to take yourself away from that pain. So pain does actually motivate you forward so that you'll get to that goal that you want to achieve. Because getting to a goal is a journey, and there are difficulties along the way, and those difficulties you could class as pains. So when you come up against a difficulty, you'll reevaluate and you'll do different actions to remove the difficulty. So you're taking actions to remove the pain, and that will then keep you motivated. Instead of saying, right, I've come against a block, oh my god, there's no point going on any further. What you're then doing is you're taking the same actions, so you're keeping yourself in pain. Whereby if you say, right, I've come up against this difficulty, I've come up against this pain, how can I remove it to keep myself motivated, because this is the goal that I can achieve. I can get to where I want to be. And that's what you need to talk to yourself. You need to be positive. You need to take away the negatives of the pain, the negatives of the difficulties. And by taking different actions, the pain will motivate you to get you to the goal, to get you to the happiness that you want. If you think about the phrase, pain is pleasure and pleasure is pain, it gives you an idea of, how pain can actually motivate you to get to the end result and to get you to the happiness. To be fully motivated, it could be suggested that one needs to be in complete alignment. Now, what do I mean about that? It's alignment in mind, body and soul. You need to be aligned spiritually, get to your higher self, You need to be aligned in your mind and your capabilities. You need to be aligned in your body, in your beliefs, in your values. You need to be aligned in your soul. Your soul is your true identity. If get aligned with it, and then you can see who you really are and what you can really achieve. Be in alignment with your strength. Your strength is your behaviour. How you behave to certain situations will keep you motivated. And be in alignment with your environment. Now, I don't mean where you live, the green trees outside. I mean in alignment with the environment that you're putting yourself into. For instance, yes, sometimes we have to come outside our comfort zone, but by coming outside of our comfort zone, we may also put ourselves in an environment that we're not necessarily happy with. So we need to look at, yes, I can come out of my comfort zone, but I need to make sure it's in an environment that I'm actually comfortable with and I can believe that I can work well within. So it's a complete total alignment, and review how you need to be in alignment with all those areas. And when you do that review, you're actually giving yourself the foundations for your personal development plan. Personal development plan that we spoke about in an earlier video. So we are all motivated by different things. We all have different goals. We all have different beliefs. Yes, okay, I might have the same belief as Fred, and Fred might have the same belief as Sarah, but what motivates us may be different. For instance, Mo Farah's motivated by his family, motivated by what he can achieve at the end. Someone might be motivated, it depends on what your belief is, and it depends on what your goal is, how you are motivated. But the one thing to remember is, if you are feeling demotivated, one of the things to look at is, are your beliefs and your behaviour in conflict with each other? And if they are, how can you change it? How can you make them harmonious? And that way, once you make them harmonious, you are then motivated to get to your end goal. If you need help in that area, please get in touch with me, and I can talk you through and help you to get the balance right. One of the main things you really need to remember when it comes to motivation, and it's this: you are in control. It's all up to you. You set your goals, you have the beliefs, you know your capabilities, you can keep yourself motivated, and it's just purely down to what you set yourself out to achieve, and that will keep you motivated as long as you take into account your alignment, whether or not you're in conflict or harmony with your beliefs and your behaviours, and to understand fully that you are in control. You make all the decisions. Nobody can make them for you, because nobody knows what your goals are, nobody knows what your beliefs are, and nobody knows but you what motivates you. If you know what motivates you, then you should channel your goals to what motivates you, and that way you will stop yourself from being demotivated. So keep yourself in control. It's your thoughts, your behaviour, and you are in control. So I hope you found this video valuable. As I say, there is quite an in-depth blog about motivation, because it is quite complex and there are a lot of theories out there, you know, for you to take on board and choose one that will help you be motivated and carry you on. So thank you very much for listening, and have a fantastic day. I will see you again tomorrow with the next video. So it's goodbye from me, Debbie from Debbie Debonair. Take care, and I shall speak to you soon. Bye for now.